Welcome back. Welcome to the third lecture in a series where we're going to be learning about ethnographic research methods, but inductively. We've done a bit of work on some important concepts. We've looked at important anthropologists and what they contributed, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reading the methodological descriptions provided by a range of anthropologists in their ethnographic monographs. And I hope that all of you are becoming familiar with these terms, and I hope that some of you have begun to dip into reading what anthropologists have written. How do you learn how to write? Well, first of all, you only learn to write by writing, and you have to be reading in order to know how to write. Particularly for anthropologists, writing is absolutely central to the art of anthropology. That anthropology is as much of an art as it is a science. We have different interests, and we collect different types of data in different ways from physical scientists, but that doesn't make it less scientific. So our next monograph is Making Fields of Merit, and it's written by Monica Falk, and this is based on research in Thailand, and it, as the photo suggests, it's a study of Buddhist nuns, female ascetics. And so we're going to go to full screen now, and this is the outline of this monograph, and we'll see it's reasonably long. It's about 250 pages, not including the index and bibliography. And you will see that the methodological discussion begins in the first chapter, and in this chapter we have got the account of how the researcher got to know important people in this Buddhist movement in Thailand, and that was back in 1995. And she explains here about at the circumstances about where they met. It was at a meeting at a university in Bangkok, where some well-educated lay people informed the researcher that it was unnecessary to be ordained. They could be a pious person without formally being ordained. And they go on to explain the controversies around the status, the social status of Buddhist nuns. And so she contrasts that with the status of Buddhist monks, and before long we read about the circumstances about where she joined this community, and the most important part is descriptions about choosing the field site. She produces her reasons. It was independent of monks' temples and was well established. She mentions it was located in central Thailand, where there were a large number of nuns residing. she mentions other reasons for making the choice that she did. She provides details about having spent more than 1 year living together with nuns. The 17 months of fieldwork were carried out between 1997 and 1998, and she provides more details about that, being primarily conducted at this particular place, and that she also travelled with these nuns to other regions. She explains, like me, about a language and about how she was able to communicate in Thai. She recalls the circumstances about where she learned how to speak Thai, and she explains that while staying in Bangkok, she visited temples and got to know other nuns, lay people amongst in that area. She mentions how she accompanied these people to various events and meditation retreats, how she got to know some famous nuns who had recently received the 10 Buddhist precepts, and how that she had gone to some very respected Mon temples. So these are some details of how this particular person came to study female ascetics, Buddhist nuns, the place where they met, the place of language, the length of stay, the way that her research was based in a particular place, but followed by travelling around so as to be able to place what she saw in this specific place in a wider context. So I hope that has been a helpful exercise for you as you begin to think about all the different ways that anthropologists go about collecting data, what research methods they use.